He does. He does. He does. He does. He does. He does.
What's up? Good morning, everybody. Gosh, it's kind of good to be back. It's kind of good to be back. Welcome to the Ivy League live stream. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. We're going to do a giveaway as soon as we can get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm excited for that. Thank you guys that have been subscribing and liking the stream. It's good to see you guys. I haven't streamed, and I haven't given you guys a watch list. I do apologize. I tried to give out a watch list yesterday, and I'm like, man, I'm just looking at things. And I didn't have much, so I said, you know what? It got kind of late. I said, man, even if I put this out, it's late to where hardly nobody's going to see it. I'll just talk about it in the morning. So we'll go through some of the stuff that I'm watching. If you have any questions, throw them down below in the chat. Let's set this week off right. I'm going to tell you guys right now. My entire account is up nearly 50%. The past 2 weeks, I have been my old self. I haven't had to worry about the stream, and it's had me thinking, like, damn, like, all of the side stuff that I have to do to get the stream started, to with, like, setting up the comments, setting up everything, the descriptions, and all that stuff, throwing it on Twitter, trying to promote it. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, but it's all good. It's all good. So what I'm going to try to do here from now on, if I miss your questions, or if there's anything that I miss, you'll have to just give me a second. I probably just haven't seen it in the chat. I don't want to move this over, but I do have the chat here, but it doesn't allow me to pin it, I don't think. And then if I do pin it, it's, you know, you're not going to have time in sales for anybody that's out there that's watching that would like to have it. So, you'll just have to bear with me on that. I wish there was a way I could just, like, lock this. That would be awesome. If I could just lock this right there. But, unfortunately, that's not the case. Alright, so what we're going to do, outside of hitting the like button, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, let's go look and see what we have going on. We can go over the major levels real quick for the SPY and the Qs. Last week's price action. I want to talk about last week really quickly, just really quick, and we'll get into these levels. We'll go into, you know, what stocks are popping, which ones have news, which ones look the best, all that fun stuff. If you have any tickers this morning, that I know there's news with SEDG, with Solar Edge. This is up about 14% right now, pre-market. The CEO stepped down, I think, is what the news was. Yeah, CEO Z Lando steps down. So this thing is up 14% right now. We'll take a look at this one. And this actually looks like it had a really nice bullish day on Friday. Robinhood also had a really nice day Friday. This one's actually going to be on the list. I actually meant to write this one down. But we'll take a look at this. There's a lot to cover, so we'll go right into the overall markets, okay? The SPY's coming in with a gap up today, which is kind of easy to see. You guys can see this area right here, right? You see this flat top resistance right there, okay? I know it may be a little hard to see. You can see that flat top resistance right here, right? Came down, nice bear flag, ping that as an area. So as we rally back up, we pull into it. Like this daily chart, you got to think about where we open up here at 555. That wick is a push, just solidifying, hey, I'm pulling back into this area of 555, and I'm turning this into support. All right, and then it comes back around, support. It's holding. 555 is holding. All right, 555 is holding. So, here's what I'm thinking. You know, I was, you know, the trader in me wants to say, hey, we need Nvidia earnings to really get through this level. Um, I think there's a lot of things going on that a lot of traders aren't talking about. And I'm talking about stimulus. Guys, unless, now listen, don't quote me on this, but stimulus, when it was designed, was going to continue, right, to be rolled out through 2028 into the early 2030s. And I think there is so much money. Again, you have to think, just the trillions of dollars, just that one stimulus made up the entire amount of money that they have pretty much for the most part printed in dollars existence, or at least when we got off the gold standard, one or two. At least that's what I've heard. Don't quote me. That may be false, but there's an unfathomable amount of liquidity, right, provided from the government, from the Fed and the government, and that's still sloshing around. And I think with the labor market being so tight, there's still being a lot of money in the system that just because velocity, if you don't know what velocity is, which is how the rate of change, the rate that money changes hands, right? How fast is it moving throughout the economy? I still think there's just a lot of liquidity still left. So even if, again, even if earnings, like the earnings expectations for Nvidia still continue to pull back a little bit, I still think until we have that catalyst, I don't think this market's going to pull back. And I'm not here to say that it was going to pull back. I just think we need to keep in mind the Fed's balance sheet is still in excess of almost double what it was in its entirety.